Hey Helen, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
it's it's great to talk to you. You're such a mega Kylie fan, aren't you?
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, I've followed her from, day one, 38 years ago, and I'll never stop. Mm.
So 38 years ago, are we talking Neighbours or Locomotion? What got you into her?
Uh, I I knew, like, from watching Neighbours,
Yeah.
I there was just something about this, there was something about Kylie that she had that sort of star quality even back then, and I just knew that she was just going to be different and really, yeah. And look at her now, 38 years later, and she's in her prime now. I reckon she's better now. I mean, she's been fantastic, but now she's unstoppable.
She is like one of her wines, isn't she? She just keeps getting better and better with age.
Exactly, exactly. Well put, well put.
It's interesting, Helen, because there are so many Kylie fans, and I am one of them who watched her on Neighbours or even the Henderson kids, but mainly Neighbours. And you
Mm.
could pick. Like, I honestly knew that this was someone I just didn't obviously love the storyline, the Scott and Charlene and all of that sort of stuff. It was a great show for its day, but I knew
Mhm.
there was something about her. I knew it. And my family would attest to that. I picked it and went, you know what, she's going to be something. And you were a fan, Helen, at the time where people thought, oh, okay, well, she's a one hit wonder or a starlet, but we knew better.
Yeah, I would say no, 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 no. This girl's not going to be a one-hit wonder. No way. And a lot of my friends these days say, Helen, how did you know back then? I go, look, it was just you can just tell in a person, and I just knew that this person was, and look at all the hardships that she's had to go through, and like she copped a lot of flack, but
Mm.
look at the perseverance and the persistence, and now she's a perfect example of what pop is all about.
I've just had a little binge of the very early days. God knows why YouTube does that for you sometimes. So I've been watching, the Locomotion and the Enjoy Yourself performances on Top of the Pops, and she was just, oh wow, she's had some incarnations, hasn't she? She was such a sweet little girl looking back. I mean, I'm younger than her, but looking back now, it's like you were just so innocent and beautiful and peppy and energetic, and she was lovely.
Yeah, and I think that gave her the having that persona, and then all of a sudden, and then evolving, and then she just had a following there, and then she's had this following, and it's just amazing how even the tension. I was even amazed to see the whole genre of people that were there. There was this elderly man. He would have been in his 70s, 80s. He
Oh, that
came
might
on
have
his
been
own.
me, Helen.
No, no, but he was dancing on his own, and then there was this married couple. I reckon they would have been in their 60s, 70s, or holding hands. And then there was young families. Like it was just amazing to see the whole different genre of people.
Yeah, when they talk about inclusion, Kylie, I don't even know how active she is in her efforts to do this, but she brings people together. The diversity in that audience was enormous. Can you, before we talk about Tension Tour, which I know you're at, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really want to
yeah.
hear what you think about it. When was the first time you saw Kylie live?
Oh my God, I've been to all her concerts except for the Las Vegas. I couldn't, unfortunately, I did want to try to go out
High
there, but
five, Helen. We're two Aussies who couldn't afford to get over there.
I don't know how some people managed to watch the show. There was one person that you mentioned watched it. Was it you or someone? This Asian guy went to see her 21 times out of the
Yeah,
26 shows. That's
yeah.
amazing.
That's Ewan, and I know he might be
Yeah,
listening, but yeah, he certainly did. Well, first of all, he lives there, so I suppose a bit easier, but it was still an expensive little tour, wasn't it? Or
I
residency.
mean, if I was retired and had the money, I'd follow her everywhere I could. But I love the girl, but within reason. But yeah,
So you even saw Enjoy Yourself, did you?
Yeah. I've been to every single concert except for the, like I said, the Las Vegas ones, which was a bit of a, it was, I got upset, but
I was
you know,
very close too. I had my finger on the button. The first sign that I wouldn't be going was the queue, which
mm,
I honestly can remember. It was something like you're 3,000th in the queue or something. And it was a work day and I couldn't hang in the queue. And second of all, I was just, "Oh, can I afford this?" and all of that. But look, you and I, we still have an unbroken record, all right? Let's just agree on that. It's not counted as a tour. It was just a little segue.
and there was one year, I can't, can you remember when Kylie performed at the Capitol Theatre in Sydney?
Yeah,
She
for
did.
intimate and live, or
Yeah, I went 10 times in a row.
did you?
Yeah, well, I don't know how I managed to get tickets. And there was one moment where Kylie actually saw us and she said, "It's good to see that there's a lot of regulars here."
So she
And
could
we all
see the
lost it because
face.
she winked at us and blew kisses, and we just lost it completely.
Oh,
Yeah.
Helen, that intimate and live show too. For those of you who didn't go, I don't know if it was the same overseas. I assume it was. It really was intimate. It was a beautiful theatre. It was not a bad seat in the house, and it was the first time we'd seen Kylie. It's easy to look back now because we know how versatile she is as a performer, but it
Mm-hmm.
was the first time we'd seen her without all the bells and whistles, I suppose, of like, let's get to it and enjoy yourself. This was just a true band, and her vocals were outstanding. It was a great show, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was and I knew I knew the starting of the intimate and live. You knew it was gonna like progress to bigger things.
Yes.
Yeah, you just knew like, oh my goodness, this like, I mean, God, I can't. I'm even lost for words. This girl can't do anything wrong.
No, and I know that you said it as a throwaway, but when we say that she's aging like a fine wine, it's so true. Like, she's so relaxed on the stage. She makes us feel relaxed as an audience. How on earth at the Tension Tour she made an arena of that size feel intimate? I have no idea, but she did it, didn't she?
Oh God, yeah. And there was moments where I don't know, I went on Monday the 3rd, and there was a moment where for about 5 or so minutes the whole audience was in an uproar and their feet were stomping,
Mm,
and she got emotional. Like, it was just, you just
incredible.
felt connected to her. It
Yeah.
was amazing. And it didn't matter where, like, some people were right at the back, but they were having the best times of their life.
It was so good, wasn't it? Where were you sitting for the Tension Tour? You went to night three. In fact, it sounds like you went to the final performance on the
Yeah,
Australian leg.
I went to the final, the Sydney perform. I was the first elevation, just behind, where the second stage is, where she comes on, and
Yep.
I could see her right, and that's where I was able to zoom in and take great
Ooh, you know
shots.
what? I think
Yeah.
you and I had very similar seats. I was first elevation, right in line with that diamond stage as well.
Yeah, well, there you go. Were you on the last night as well in Sydney?
No, first night, but same sort of area by the sound of it.
Or are
Yeah,
you on the
yeah.
Mardi Gras night then?
That's right. Yes, I did
Yeah.
indeed, and boy did I know about it. Trying to get Ubers and bloody anyway. Don't go there. Anyone who's a regular listener will already have go. Tim, please don't tell those stories again. But yes, it was very
Uh,
hard for me getting to Sydney and getting to the arena and all of that sort of stuff. Nonetheless, it was well worth it. On your night three, what did she
mm.
perform as the fan request?
Oh, what did she do as the request?
She
Oh my
usually does
goodness.
say something is standard on that stage.
Yeah,
Bit of disco-y stuff.
yeah, she did the disco. Oh, what did she do? Oh God, I can't. Now I'm lost.
Oh, that's all right. It was a little while ago now. Let me ask you
Yeah,
slightly
yeah,
different. What would you have
yeah.
wanted her to do? What song would you
I wanted
love
her
to
to
have
do
heard?
Raining Glitter.
That's a great choice I haven't heard before.
Yeah, I thought that would have been so, Raining Glitter down on. That would have been.
And
I
on that
reckon that would.
stage and perfect with the disco ball and
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But I wanted to scream it out, but yeah. So obviously someone else, they
They
beat
got
you
in
to it. But
first, damn it. Yeah. Raining Glitter, good choice though. I've not heard somebody else say that so far, and you're absolutely right. It would fit into the Tension Tour really beautifully, I've got to say. So,
Yeah.
did you drag people along? Like, are you the type of Kylie fan that gets all your friends who are sort of Kylie fans, but you go, no, come on, you have to come and see her?
Oh, there's four of us that go that and they've followed like they've been four of us have gone. My sister, two of my best friends, and yeah, it was yeah, and that was it. And we've been doing that for the past 20 plus years since Kylie's been, you know, yeah.
Wow. So as soon as she announces a tour, it's the old group gets back together and goes, "Yep, we're in."
Yeah, the good old Kylie clan comes in, and yeah, and we yeah, we break the tension, and or we break the fever, or yeah.
It sounds like you had an absolutely wonderful time. What did your sister and friends say about the show?
Oh, like I mean, and do you want to hear something that's really strange? My sister was born on the same date, month, and year of Kylie Minogue.
Hang on, so let's just recap what that is. Hey, Helen's sister, you were born on the 28th of May, 1968.
Yeah, and
Get out.
how's that for? And I actually said it one time when I met Kylie, and you know what Kylie turned around and said? She should be so lucky.
Oh, no, she didn't, did she?
She did, yeah,
That doesn't
yeah.
sound like Kylie to make a little joke like that. Hang on, so
I
you've
was
met
blown
Kylie, have you?
away. I've met her 3 times.
Okay, take us through because and do you mind, Helen? You'll hear jealousy in my voice now, okay? But it's not personal. When was the first time you met her?
First time one of my close friends got me a ticket. Back in the days, you had to line up hours
Oh
to.
yeah,
It was down at HMV Central in the city,
Pitt Street.
Pitt Street. Yeah, and
Mm.
waited there. I thought I was going to lose my job, by the way, because I was there for 6.5 hours, and I thought, oh
The things
my
we do
Lord,
for
when
love.
the things we do for Kylie, yeah. But I managed, and I went there, and then the signing of her La 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 book,
Yeah, yeah.
and the actually I think I've made it 4 times, and then the Impossible Princess DVD CD signing,
Where was that? That
and
was in
then
Pitt Street too, wasn't it? I think.
that was in Pitt Street too.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yep.
was in one of the Senate, I think either Senate or
I
one of
think you're
the
right.
seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the launch of her perfume, Darling, and she
Oh.
signed it with my nickname, Desdo Diva.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Was it?
so
What's that? That wasn't at the. She had a special launch of that in a beautiful suburb like Vaucluse, but then she must have done signings somewhere else. Where was that one at? Do you
the
remember?
the perfume launch was downstairs at where Grace Brothers where
Maya.
yeah Maya, yeah,
What in the
that's where,
city?
in the city, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh wow. So you've done a lot of queuing for her.
I've done a lot of queuing and it's been worth it.
What's it like up close with Kylie? Everyone tells me it goes in the blink of an eye.
You're just in, like, you just can't believe it that you're seeing the person that you've admired all these years, and she's so sweet and she's so nice and she's so tiny. She's under my nose.
Yeah. Oh really? Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
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 I'd love to be in her presence. How was that perfume, by the way? I've obviously never had a smell of the perfume. You must own it,
Yeah, it's
darling,
actually
isn't it?
quite nice. It's
Mm.
sweet. Yeah, Darling. That she had Darling and then Darling, and
By the
I've
way,
not.
sorry to interrupt you. I
Mm,
just had a recollection. I did get something called I don't know if it was called Inverse, but anyway, she had one for men, and it's
yes.
discontinued now. I did have that, and it was really quite good. So sorry,
Yeah.
continue. How's the
Yeah,
darling
yeah.
range? Yeah,
No, Darling, Sweet. I think there was Sweet Darling. No,
it
Darling and
might have
then
been Sweet
Darling.
Darling. Yeah.
Yeah. And then she had Showtime.
Oh,
There
that's
was one
right.
called, she had one called
That was
Showtime.
cheap though.
And then,
Wasn't that sold at Chemist Warehouse or something? I think that was a cheapie.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. But it was all right.
Was
But you
it?
know what? I wanted to tell her she should have done a Padam Padam perfume in a red love heart.
Oh, that's a great idea. Go,
Oh, and
Kylie.
then Tension, she should have done a diamond, like a,
Oh, she could have done a little range. And listen, honestly, Padam could be really sweet and romantic, and Tension could be like a much more like a daring type of scent.
yeah, yeah.
You and we've got a
I,
business idea here, Helen. I want a
I,
percentage if she does it.
I was actually going to write to her. I don't know where you. I was going to say, man, you'd be making do the Padam perfume and the tension. Can you imagine? And
Mm.
I say I get the copyrights because I thought of it.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Helen came up with it, and you did. I've never heard that before, and it's a great idea. I've always
I've
wondered
got
why she doesn't do more for men. Her audience is primarily male,
mm,
but obviously the market for perfume and women is bigger, I suppose. But yeah, I'm just always surprised. I'm sure it's only been one for the men so far.
yeah, and I've got so many ideas and suggestions for her, and I reckon if I ring her marketing people, I can make her bigger and better and brighter even more.
Well,
I've got
Kylie's
so many.
team, we know you listen on occasion. We know we offend you on occasion, and I apologise for that. But Helen's got some good ideas. Get in touch.
Yeah, I've got some fantastic ideas, but I don't know if
Go
I
on,
don't
give me
know.
another. Give me another.
And I reckon Kylie should do a TV talk show where
Yes.
she's the host and she interviews other up and coming pop artists and
Oh.
shares her experiences and journey.
Oh, yeah. Okay. As long as it's not like Ricky Lake or Jerry Springer, that sounds
No,
decent.
not like that. It's a like it'll be like a music TV pop show type thing
Oh,
where,
yeah.
yeah, uh,
That's not bad. She'd have some good advice, wouldn't she?
yeah, because and she's always collaborating with all these new artists. I think it would be a great, you know, opportunity for her and then opportunity for the new people that are coming on board as well.
Absolutely. Well, she did a little dabble in it because when Danny was doing one of those shows, X Factor probably, remember she came on as a mentor just for an episode and she was
Mm,
great.
mm.
She really was. Oh, and she did the voice, of course, too. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she did the voice, yeah.
I don't want to steal all your ideas, but have you got one more to share?
One more to share, and I reckon that later on in life, when Kylie sort of settles down, I don't know, like after this global world tour, I think it would be great if Kylie opened up. There's this vision I've had, call it Minogue's Bar restaurant, where she sells her
Oh,
wines.
yeah.
She showcases her career with videos and posters and whatever, and then she does little cabaret, like little live gigs or something.
Now, Helen, be honest with me.
Mm.
That's not just an idea. That's a little dream you've had, isn't it? You've dreamt
That's a
this.
little dream I've had, yeah, yeah. But I think it's a great dream.
Because I
But
think I've had the same dream. I've woken up
have
and
you?
I'm surrounded by Kylie posters and Kylie memorabilia, and she's on the stage, and there's not many people, and it's all cruisy, and she's giving me her wine. There's a bit of darling in the air. Sounds good, right?
Mm.
Oh,
Wow, that's fantastic. Thank you. Look, I really appreciate that you selected me. I think it's fantastic, and I love hearing your shows and what you've done over the years. Support Kylie like that. That is fantastic. What you're doing is great too.
yeah. Well, what we like to do, Helen, is let the what we call the ordinary fans have their say because sometimes we only hear from the music critics and the media, and it's just nice to
Yeah.
hear what the real fans have to say, isn't it? It's been lovely talking to you.
Well, thank you. And it's my pleasure. And if you ever need anyone to, ask anything of me, I'll answer it to the best of my ability.